Welcome to The Explainer. Look, today we're diving into something super fascinating, but honestly a little uncomfortable. We're unpacking a phenomenon so many of us have experienced, but very few actually understand: the sudden, completely unexpected return of an ex-partner. We've compiled some deeply revealing psychological insights today to uncover the raw, real reasons they try to just waltz back into your life. It's a topic we need to look at calmly and objectively, but also personally, because finally understanding this dynamic is absolutely key to protecting your own peace.
We've got to start by completely shattering that Hollywood rom-com illusion. You know the one, that text message inevitably lights up your phone, and your brain immediately jumps to the fairy tale. Oh my gosh, they realized my worth, they miss me. But guys, the psychological data points to a way darker reality. It tells us this: they did not come back because they missed you.
No, they came back because they could not stand that you moved on. And honestly, this totally validates that weird nagging confusion you probably felt. You know exactly what I mean, right? They return, but something just feels entirely off. The apologies seem a little hollow, the energy feels frantic instead of loving. It never quite feels right because their return was never actually about you. It was triggered by your absence, your healing, and your forward momentum.
All right, let's get into section 1, the illusion of the return. To really untangle all that intense confusion you feel when someone who walked away suddenly reappears, we have to look at the stark contrast between these two behaviors. On the left, we've got genuine remorse. Now, true remorse requires heavy accountability, a real acknowledgement of the pain they caused, and a sustained effort to actually change. But on the right, we have the illusion. And sadly, this is what you are usually experiencing. They're simply trying to keep you in their orbit. They want ego validation. They want the cozy comfort of knowing you're still available to them, without having to do a single ounce of the heavy lifting required for a real relationship.
Just look at how this plays out on the timeline here. For months, it's crickets, absolute silence. But notice how their return almost always magically lines up with the exact moment you finally start moving forward. You stop checking their socials, you go out with friends, you're genuinely smiling for the first time in months. And boom, 6 months and 1 day later, there they are. Guys, this is absolutely not a coincidence. Psychologically, your energetic shift, your detachment, it literally acts like a subconscious alarm bell for them.
Which brings us to section 2, hoovering, the manipulation trap.
Giving this behavior a name is so crucial to stripping away its power over you. Hoovering, literally named after the vacuum cleaner, is exactly what's happening when they try to suck you right back into the dysfunction. It's a highly recognized manipulation tactic. The absolute defining feature of hoovering: a complete and total lack of intention to change. They just want to see if their old keys still unlock your door. They want to know they still have access to your energy, your time, and your emotions, with zero intention of offering you any real safety or commitment in return.
So we have to ask ourselves, why? Why go through all the effort to draft that text, to make that call, or to orchestrate some random run-in at the coffee shop if they don't actually want a healthy relationship with you? Like, what is the hidden psychological payoff here if they don't genuinely want to reconcile?
Let's unpack that in section 3, the trigger: narcissistic injury.
Okay, so it really all boils down to an incredibly fragile sense of self. When they realize you're healing, or even worse, that you might be replacing them, it causes what psychologists call a narcissistic injury. Now, this doesn't mean they're a clinically diagnosed narcissist. It just means their ego took a devastating hit. They totally assumed you would wait forever, so your newfound independence threatens their self-esteem and triggers this almost compulsive, desperate need to reach out and grab back the control they feel slipping away. They literally have to soothe that injury.
And here is the really hard truth. Their actions right now, they are not driven by love for you. Genuine love actually wants you to be happy, even if it's without them. What's driving them is a complete and total fear of losing ownership. In their mind, you're basically like a toy on a shelf, right? Always available whenever they feel like taking you down to play. When you start healing, you're walking off that shelf, and their ego literally cannot process that loss of ownership.
Let's move to section 4, tactics of reestablishing control.
Now that we totally get the ego threat driving this, let's look at how they actually pull it off. These are the specific, calculated ways they'll attempt to seep right back into your life, disrupting your peace right when you started finding it. They rarely start with some massive grand gesture. Instead, they're going to test the waters, using these 4 covert strategies to see if you're still hooked. It minimizes the risk of getting rejected while completely maximizing the emotional chaos for you.
Tactic number 1, breadcrumbing. This is so common and honestly deeply insidious.
It's that random, just thinking of you text, a nostalgic meme out of nowhere, or a sudden like on a photo you posted 3 weeks ago. It is entirely designed to give you just a tiny crumb of attention, just enough to pause your healing process and keep you hoping. And the kicker? They don't have to commit to a real conversation, let alone a relationship. It's minimal effort for maximum emotional real estate in your head.
Beyond the breadcrumbs, they are absolute masters of timing. I swear, they have a sixth sense for texting you exactly when you're feeling lonely on a holiday or super late at night. And if you've blocked them, no problem. They'll just leverage mutual friends, casually bringing you up so the message filters back to you. They use other people as conduits to completely bypass the strict boundaries you built. They'll even magically appear during big life events, knowing your emotional guard might be down.
Which brings us to our final part, Section 5, the darkest truth. We really have to ask this one final question. Why do they have this compulsive burning need to know the door is still open if they have absolutely no intention of ever walking through it and staying? Why put on this whole grand performance just to check the lock?
Well, here is the absolute darkest truth about the psychology of the ex who returns. It is entirely about their inability to tolerate seeing someone else value what they threw away. They willingly toss the relationship, sure, but the second they see you glowing, the moment they sense another person might step up and cherish you, their ego absolutely panics. They just want to keep you on layaway so nobody else can have you, even though they don't truly want you themselves.
I want you to just take a second and really let that sink in. Most returns are not about love. They are about ownership and control. It's a super painful realization, but guys, it's also incredibly liberating. Their return is just a quest for ego validation. It's not some sudden magical realization of your worth because you always had worth. They just want to make sure they're still holding the reins.
As we wrap up the explainer today, I want to leave you with this provocative thought. The next time your phone buzzes with a ghost from your past, the next time they drop a little breadcrumb to test your boundaries, ask yourself this. Are you really going to surrender your hard-earned peace just to soothe their fragile ego? You have done the work to heal. Please do not let them pull you back into the dark just because they're terrified of the light you found without them.
Thank you so much for facing these totally uncomfortable but ultimately super empowering psychological truths with me today. Remember, understanding their mechanics of control is literally your best defense against it. The archive is always open, so make sure to subscribe to Dark Archive for more deep psychological dives into human behavior. Stay focused, stay healed, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.